Your event is starting. And now I'm live, apparently. Let's find out. I'm going to watch this other thing. See what happens. Where's the... There it is. Things are happening. Your event is starting. There it is. And now I'm live, apparently. Hooray! Can you hear me now? Now, to get this stream out there and in the world. Greetings, everyone who is joining at some point. And that's me. Perfect. Okay. Hooray! Now there's people here. Everyone, say hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. You guys know who I am. Feel free to post in the chat. Say hi. Tell me your names. Tell me your story. Tell me your questions. All that kind of nonsense. You know what this is. This is Thursday Night Chat. 3D printing and Q&A. With me, Dustin. It's awesome. Not to be confused with Dustin Phillips. I am Dustin Corbin. Different guy. He's quieter than me. So, you know. Which he had a really good... I don't know if you guys watch Dustin Phillips's his live stream that he does. I do, bro. Dustin Phillips, he does his own live stream thing on Wednesdays, and his one last night was awesome. He was talking about the whole controversy with the whole just 3D print and all that. That was fun. So go watch that if you haven't already. What is on my chin? I think there's spiders. So maybe people will join in on this live stream. Say hi. I'll wait. Don't worry. I heard you yell from the other room, dude, bro. Okay, my phone's on mute, so no one will yell at me. Greetings, everyone. Feel free to ask me questions. Oh. I was trying to think of topics and stuff. Like, I don't really do topics when it comes to this stream. I don't really do anything except for just, like, talk with the chat. And I imagine that can be kind of boring. So I should probably, like, come up with topics and stuff to talk about. Well, I do have things to talk about, actually. This thing right here. I'll talk about that when I get more people in. Here, for those of you who are in the chat already, guess what that is? And Gavin, you don't count. Guess what that is? I'll talk about it more in a little bit. Once people join on in. Love the views are like 3, 5, 1, 4, 6, 3. Good evening, Michael. I read a little about it. Had to deal with a guy stealing my designs on Etsy. It sucked. Yeah, and I mean, Dustin Phillips, his live stream yesterday, he went into great detail about everything, the court filings, the backgrounds of everyone who's involved, like, and it's just kind of crap, you know? I just realized, Peter, your live stream. Yeah, I know. I could move it, or I could not, which makes it more hilarious. I can move the camera. I'll do that when I go to talk about it. Don't worry. Is an easy bake oven. What was I saying? But yeah, Dustin Phillips' live stream yesterday, it went into there was a lot of crap involved in that whole thing, and it's unfortunate. So Look, people are joining in. What's up, Moses? Hey, Moses. I got the. I'm gonna try to make that thing you posted on Facebook. I'm gonna try to make that. I don't know if I'll have it tomorrow, but I'll let you know. So. Angel, what's up, bro? Peter, I just got an FT5, an FT5, F space T5. Cool. Good luck building it. Just prepare for the next like 4.5 years of your life dedicating to building the thing. Angel, laser. Yeah, that's what the thing is. I'll go into more detail. I'll probably make a video about it once I get done modifying it. That's just like, I think I've spent more time modifying it than I actually have cutting. Of course, right now I have it hooked up in my room, and I have the ventilation set so well that I can cut stuff in my room and no smoke or anything gets in my room. It's really nice. Excuse me. So, I'm excited. Yes, please. I'm in tomorrow 6 to 2. I'm working 6 to 10, so. Do I have to go to Lowe's tomorrow morning? Not to work, but to get something. Maybe. I'll let you know. But. Hi, everyone. Hello, Emirhan. I don't know how to say your name. Emirhan. I don't know. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name because there's dots and stuff over letters, and that just makes me go, whoa. It's an umlaut, if I remember correctly. If I remember my German. But I don't know how it affects whatever. I don't know. Michael, have you done the laser engraver on the FT5? I didn't. Someone else did. I saw something on the Facebook group yesterday of someone put a laser engraver on the FT5. Let me see if I can find it, because it was real cool. I watched the video yesterday. Where's my history? I don't remember his name, but it was really cool. Hold on, if I can find the video, I'll post it. Where the heck was it? Have I like not watched any YouTube videos today? Holy crap. Listen to a whole bunch of Opeth. Very professional, I can tell. I'm sorry. Nice guitar wall display, man. Thank you. Look at all of them. And that's just, you can see the top 2 rows, but there's another row down there. There's one right here. And those are just my electric guitars. I have a bunch of acoustics too. And 1 or 2 hidden around like shitty guitars that I've either built or they're crap. They're hiding in the closet and stuff. But these are my good ones. These are my babies. Those are mine. Where's that video? There's no telling. I know I saw it and I liked it. It was on Twitter, actually. I liked it, so the like is on Twitter. Yeah, that's where I saw it too. It looked pretty amazing. Yeah, that's what I mean. That was a really cool. I mean, granted, it's literally just duct tape a laser diode to the nozzle. Like, it's not that complicated, and then just set up a cam software to do it. You know, you could even do it just with regular, like, slicing a 3D printer, or you take like a 3D design or 3D model that's 1 layer thick, and then just slice it into slicer, and that would do the same thing, really. It's just getting the PWM control for the laser right. That's the hardest part, and that's the only thing I don't really know a lot about. That's why I haven't done it myself, but I don't need to now. So, where's that? What did I post yesterday? Oh, I didn't know my Twitter like says, "Hey, I started a live stream." Oh, here it is. Ba-doom. Can I post it in chat? I am God, so should. Yeah, I can. There you go. If you guys want to watch a little short video of um, whatever it's called, a laser on the FT5. There you go. Watch it after my stream though, because my stream's better. It's a cool video though. I thought it was pretty cool. Robert. Hey, what's up, Robert? How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. I've been watching. It's you, right? That's been building something. You've been doing a live stream. Someone has. Might have been you. I've been watching here and there, whenever I, want something on, just kind of in the background, because that's what live streams are, to me at least. What's up, Marco? You're on the big screen at my house, listening to this while I work. How is the K40 going? K40's going good. It's right here. And it's actually set up to the point to where I can use it inside. Actually, I was using it today. See, I cut some stuff. I'm actually getting the settings dialed in. That is that's the hardest part, I think, is, just figuring out what settings I need to use for what materials and this and that and the other, on top of all the modifications that I'm doing, because I am doing a number of modifications. So, it's really cool. The thing's really nice. So, like, I added I'll make a video of stuff that I do to it, but I already modified it to smoothie board. So anyway, those of you who are not in the realm, I got myself one of those cheap K40 laser cutters, the 40-watt Chinese laser cutter that you can get on eBay for like $300, $350, something like that. So I knew that, stock, it's not very good. So I've been modifying it since I got it on Monday. I got it on Monday, and I've been modifying it the whole week, basically. So right now I have smoothie board. I have the MKS S-Base running smoothie on it. Their their laser, software. It's really cool. I've been modifying and kind of upgrading the thing, upgrading, not really upgrading, but just making it better. Like, actually, the exhaust fan that it comes with was completely broken when I got it, so I've been fixing that. I'm getting air assist. The air assist nozzle actually is right here somewhere. Where's it at? Oh, I put it in there. I got an air assist. Excuse me. I got an air assist nozzle, and the air assist pump. I just haven't hooked it up yet. Actually, I just finished this. Oh. It's just finished. This is a little, thing. It's a little mount for the air assist nozzle that Chris made for his K40 to adapt to the air assist nozzle that I have. So I'm going to put that on there at the end of this, after the stream. That'll be very cool. So otherwise, I added a temperature gauge. We can't see it, but there's a digital temperature gauge over there. And it tells me the water temperature. I have a cooling bucket down there underneath the desk, and there's this probe running down in there, and it's making sure things are kept cool, because that's what matters, right? So everything's working, and it's working nicely. So let's see, Michael, I'd love to add one of those on mine, maybe next year when I'm done building my yeah, probably next year. Oh, Marco, yeah, glad to hear. You are very yakisikli. Yakisikli. It's Turkish. I don't know. I don't know. I can usually pronounce like German. I can the Romance languages. I can usually pronounce the words right. I don't know what they mean, but I can usually pronounce Spanish words pretty easy. I can usually German, things like that, European languages, or some of them more Western European, but a lot of those weirder Middle Eastern, Eastern European ones, like those Russian, I don't know what the hell it means. I don't even have a clue. Robert D-Bot, yeah, the D-Bot, I remember now. Emily's visiting, keeping me from it. So evil. So what you need to do is kick them out so you can continue building it. What's up with the Folger Tech ABS? Had 6 pulls and one, not one printed right. Haven't a clue. So how you guys doing? That should probably be interesting. How you guys doing? How's everyone going? How's everyone doing this wonderful, what is it, Thursday evening? I don't know how long the stream's going to be because I want to play Ark. Mainly. I got to see if my friends are playing. If they are, then I'm going to go do that at some point. So, but how's everyone doing? How's everyone been? I haven't done a live stream in what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks? I was going to do one last week. Actually, I planned on doing this live stream last week, and all of a sudden it was Friday. And I was like, oh wait, I didn't do that last night. So, yeah, that happens. Oh well. It happens. Sorry, I'm responding to a comment on Facebook. I hate my phone. Hold on. That'll get there. What's up, Angel? I am okay. Good. I'm glad you're okay. So did you guys enjoy my videos, the traveling videos, the traveling vlog, and the New York thing, and the Folger Tech tour of the company? Did you guys enjoy all that? That was really cool, right? Took me forever to edit those videos. That was mainly it. I've done my printer, the Core XY. Oh yeah. How did that go? Core XYs are real fun. Michael, on your laser cutter, could you add on a water cooling system like on PCs? Yeah, probably. You should be able to do that. The only problem is, it depends on where you live, I would assume, because the laser tubes, like, you're supposed to regulate the temperature to what I've read between 15 and 20 degrees C. So in my case, sub room temperature. So if I were to use, like, on my PC, I don't have water cooling, but you know, the coolest I can get my computer to, even if it was on water cooling, is room temperature. You can't go lower than room temperature. There's no active refrigeration. Whereas this thing needs to be cooler than room temperature. You know, my room is like 25 C or so. So I need to be, 16, 17 C. So I literally just have a bucket down there. There's a water pump it comes with, and it pumps it up through the whole thing. And I just put literally a 2-liter bottle of ice right into it. And it'll equalize usually between 15 and 20 degrees C, and it'll just stay there the whole time I'm using it. So that's the biggest thing. You could totally do, where you have like an all-in-one kind of thing where it's got like radiators and stuff like that, but you'd still want to have some way to get it lower unless your room temperature is already cold enough. Like having a separate reservoir where you can put like ice or something like that in there, just to make sure and then use the radiator as a radiator to get rid of the heat. Then again, it's not like it gets stupid hot. It's not like it's sitting there trying to burn 200 degrees Fahrenheit. It stays pretty cool even when I'm using it. The temperature doesn't rise at all, even if I'm using it. But the main thing is keeping it from getting to room temperature. So, yeah, you could totally do that. I'm assuming. I think I've seen one video of someone do that, but I don't want to have to buy radiators. A bucket and a pump works fine. Hope you had fun on your trip. Quick question. On the FT5, I'll be running 2 extra wires for a cooling fan and 2 or 3 for a possible future leveling sensor. What else should I allow for? Well, you can't do that. I was going to say you could, if you're looking into getting the CNC add-on when you get there, You could add two wires for that, but it comes with wires. Like you have to use a silicone, a really thick gauge silicone wire for it because the motors are pretty power hungry. So that comes with that, so you're not really able to run it unless you already have the wire. But if you have the newer cable chain that's openable, then that won't really matter. You just open it up at some point, and there you go. Angel. Yeah, man, I saw Angel in your video. He's a super cool, nice guy, and I subscribed to his channel because his content is very informative. In case you guys didn't know, the Tinkering Corner right there in the comments, he is Angel. He was in my New York video when I was running around in New York City. That's him. That's the guy, IRL. So that's his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. His channel is cool. His channel's awesome. Good friend of mine, big supporter of my channel. I've learned a lot from him. He's learned a lot from me. We all help each other. The 3D printing community is one. I build water cooled PCs, so I wonder if that would work. Yeah, I mean it would work. You just have in order for it to be, in its peak efficiency range, it would have to be sub room temperature if your room is not that cold. So if your room is like 15 to 20 C, then yeah, you could totally do it without anything. But in my case, my room is almost always 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 25 degrees C or so. So it's not really going to work that well. Robert, I already have access to a CNC, so I'll probably only be using FT5 as a printer. Yeah, okay. In that case, then, that's fine. Then, no, yeah, just run power wire and then bed leveling, and then, yeah, that'd probably be everything you'd need. You'll remember the thing that you wanted to add after you've already run all the wires. That's mainly how it's going to work, so just want you to know that. Ooh, hey, you guys like my shirt? Engage safety squints. It's a Bridgeport milling machine. The best YouTube channel on earth. AV. His channel's the best. It is hilarious in every aspect of the world. Angel, if it wasn't for Dustin's old school acrylic Prusa video, I wouldn't have gotten in deep into 3D printing. Yeah, I got mine. It's over there. It's down there under that thing. Doesn't have a control board on it because I had to sacrifice it for something at one point. Actually, I had to sacrifice that Arduino and ramps for the Prusa 2020, which is up there right now. So that was a sad day, but the acrylic is not a very good. Well, I mean, it's a good design, but it's like the 2020 is better in every regard. So, why would I use it other than it's just there? So, Skookum shirt. Yeah, it's Skookum choocher. What y'all doing? There's not very many people in this live stream today. Wonder why. Like the past couple of weeks, I've been getting like 15, 20, 25 viewers. I think I had 30 viewers at one point on one of my videos. There's only 5. Maybe it's just today. I don't know. Weird. Share the video, guys. What brand laser cutter did you get? It's one of those cheap K40 Chinese brandless whatever. It doesn't really have a brand. It's just K40 is what everyone calls it. So it's they're cheap, but they work. They do work. You do have to put a little effort into it. Modifying it makes it better. It does work in its stock condition, but the program that you have to use and run with it is crap. The board's not open source. You can only use the software that they include. You can't reflash the board or anything like that. So that's why I ended up putting a smoothie board in there. So I have a smoothie board in there right now, running SmoothieWare. Well, it's a MKS board, but it's running SmoothieWare, and that works really nicely. So cool thing is the stock board can't do grayscale or anything. It's just on off, and then there's a knob on it that you can regulate the power. So if you want to engrave, you just turn it to like a lower power and then engrave. But you can't like do it all at once. It can't tell it engrave this, cut this, blah blah blah. It doesn't understand that. So in my case, I have it to where the knob is still there, so I can knob, turn it to what its max frequency. So if I'm cutting something and engraving, I'll put it to whatever my cut max is, which is I think about 15 milliamps or so. So I'll set it there. I know it can cut on that setting, and then go from there. So then the software that I use now, LaserWeb, I can just tell it, okay, when you're engraving, use 30% power, and then when you're cutting, use 100% power, and it'll PWM control the laser versus the other way that it used to be, which was just on-off. So I can do grayscale. I can do cool, grayscale pictures, which is cool. I like it. What's your opinion on switching out the stock power supply on the FT5 with ATX? It works fine. Is the only thing you got to look at is make sure you have more than 30 amps on the 12 volt rail. You got to remember with ATX power supplies, it's not just one voltage. It's 12 volts, 5 volts, 3.3 volts, I think, and a couple other voltages. So although it might be a 500 watt power supply, if you're only getting 300 watts on 12 volts, then it's no better than the stock PSU. The stock power supply is 360 watts. So, you want to make sure that you have a good enough power supply on the 12 volt rail itself, because the 12 volts what you're going to be using. So just check on, usually power supplies on the bottom somewhere, they'll have like an actual how much voltage goes to each individual rail, or how much amperage can go to each voltage, basically. So as long as the one you're getting has at least 30 amps on the 12 volt rail, then you should be fine, because the stock power supply is 30 amps. So go for more. Try to get something like 40 or 50 if you really want to, especially if you have one of the newer black beds that's below spec or something like that. You'll definitely want the extra power. So like I said, make sure if you're getting a 400 watt power supply, make sure it has the actually 400 watts or somewhere up there on the 12 volt rail. So that's mainly it. It does work though. A lot of people do it. If you want a lot of people, you have to pre-plan it, like pre-plan days before. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, people should know it's Thursdays at 9. That's when I do this Thursday night chat. Probably just because I didn't do it last week or the week before. People think I'm dead, probably. Dan, there's crazy latency on the messages. Yeah, it's about 30 to 45 seconds of delay, I think. Something like that. Yeah, there's a delay. So, here, I'll do this. You just saw me clap. I'll let you know when I actually see it occur. So, I moved the FT5 power supply to an ANET printer that had only 250 watt power supply, but Meanwhile works fine. A lot of people use Meanwhile. Say I just clapped right there. So from when I clapped to just now, that's the delay. So now you know. About a genuine Meanwhile for the FT5. Yeah, a lot of people are using Meanwhile power supplies. They're just, it's basically the same power supply type, but it's a better quality one, and you can get higher wattages too. So, oh god. What about fans in those power supplies? The stock power supplies for all the Folger-Tech stuff. Those are controlled by load and heat. So a lot of people are like, I plugged in the thing and the power supply didn't turn on. I'm like, yeah, that's normal. The power supply turned on, but the fan didn't turn on. The fans don't come on when they're not under load. So if you just have the power supply on, but you're not doing anything, the fan's not going to come on. And even if you're doing something light, like moving around a motor or two, it still might not come on. Usually the fan will come on when you start heating up the bed or something that draws a lot of power from it. Then it'll fire up. But otherwise, the fan could stay turned off. Did you notice I don't know how far up you guys can all see this, but okay, hold on. Hey, that makes more sense now. So it wasn't that bad of a delay. It's just you couldn't see it. Okay. Did you notice that the FT5's motor are super loud? I converted mine to a Core XY and now it is so loud I can barely think with it running. I can sleep with mine. In fact, I could probably turn on a print right now on that and you guys wouldn't even be able to hear it. Like, mine is pretty quiet. One thing you could try is tuning down the stepper drivers just a little bit. I mean, you could change the stepper drivers to some that are a bit quieter. But tune down the stepper drivers just a wee bit. And see if that changes it. Because it might be that it's tuned just perfectly to where the resonant frequency of the motor and all that matches with the machine and just makes everything loud. Also make sure that you have like the feet installed on the bottom so you're not sitting there transferring all of the noise to the table. But yeah, my printer is quiet. I can have it running anytime and I might not even notice it. It's not the quietest printer. I think the Prusa 2020 that I have is quieter. But it is pretty darn quiet compared to some. Like, we had a MakerBot in high school and that thing was loud. Like, it's just the whole time. This laser cutter is actually pretty quiet, considering it's just a big metal box. But I've also done some like soundproofing and stuff in it, so it's already pretty quiet. I've also tuned the motors and all that, so, you know, to get rid of heat. Yeah, you definitely need fans in those power supplies. A lot of people, especially for the FT5, you know, it has another cooling fan in there to help get out, you know, the heat out of the hatch area. So I think the fan turning on, off, and on depends on the temperature of some components. Yeah, it does. I don't know. It's either temperature or load or a combination of both. Because sometimes it turns on and sometimes it turns off, and sometimes it's like on under load even if it's just turned. Just turned on. It, you know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, if you have the bed on, generally it's on. Is there a trick to soldering the connection to the heat bed? I had to use a propane torch to use tournament. Yeah, that sounds about right. I used a propane torch too. It's just the bed is a big piece of aluminum, so aluminum is one of the best heat sinks there is. So, you know, it sucks to try to sit there and, you know, heat up the thing to the point to where the solder will flow without it just dissipating the heat. So that's the biggest problem with it being aluminum. It's a pain in the butt to solder. Do feed rate add noise or slower feed make less noise? It can depend, because sometimes motors run better faster. Because like sometimes when they're running really slow, it might be just you can hear it like trying to hold itself back almost. So sometimes setting it faster might make it quieter, or at least a less annoying noise. So you can try that. For me, I don't really care. I don't usually print when I'm sleeping, and, you know, I have a lot of sound dampening in this room anyway, so there's not a lot of echo. So, you know, I don't really have any echo in here, which is nice. It's because I did that. I actually have sound dampening material all over my walls, plus that big thing over there, big blanket over there. So that's there to help dampen the sound. Exactly. People are messaging me. Oh my god. Ooh. There you go. Flux and good solder. Yes, good solder does matter. Flux will help. I've never actually used straight up flux. I've always used flux core wire or flux core solder, but I've never actually used flux, like flux paste on the connection before I solder it. I know you're supposed to in some cases, but I never do. What time is it? 9:34. This might end up being a pretty short stream. I might do 45 minutes or an hour. just because I don't really have a lot to talk about. I will make a video about the laser cutter when I get there. It is pretty freaking awesome. Like it's really cool. The biggest thing, actually, you know what? What I need is if anyone out there has any information on getting an MKS S-Base control board running smoothie to connect to a damn network. Because I'm trying to run this thing off of the network, the Ethernet port connected to a switch running to my network. Because I want to use my big computer but not have to plug it in via USB back and forth in front of me. So if you guys know anything about trying to get that thing to work, I've been trying the past 2 days. I can't get it to work. I can't get the freaking to connect to the network. Like it'll have its own IP and everything, but it won't connect to the network, and I can't access it within my network. So if anyone has any information on that, let me know. Message me on Facebook or something, because I definitely trying to figure that freaking thing out. I was watching your video on stepper drivers and tried to apply it to LV8729Z. Do you know the best settings for those? Should be the same. As far as I know, tuning your stepper drivers, it doesn't matter what the drivers are. You just tune it to the motor, and in the case of the motors that we use on any of the printers, just tune it to the same voltage. Unless the steppers or the drivers you're using call for a different one. Generally, what the rule of thumb is, you look at the max current of the stepper that you're using, and then have it. So, for example, I believe the whatever it is, the steppers that they use on the FT5, those are 1.5 amps max. So you have that. So that's why you tune it to 0.7 to 0.8. And that's basically it. Or if you're using 2 on one driver, it's essentially 3 amps max. So you tune it to 1 to 1.3 volts is your reference voltage. So you look at the max current. I need to reword that. You look at the max current for the motor that you're using, have it, and that's the reference voltage you want to set the driver to. So as long as your driver is capable of driving that current, the whatever it is, the LV87, as long as it's capable of driving, an amp or more, then you're fine. So I would just tune it to the same way. So just take whatever the motor's rated for, max current, have it, and then that's your reference voltage to set. Unless the driver doesn't have an actual set voltage or something, like a reference voltage. Some drivers are kind of weird, and they you actually are sending the current, not the voltage, and I don't know how that works. So that's the rule of thumb that I use. That's how I tune the steppers on the this laser, because they were under-tuned greatly and it was skipping everywhere. I added a layered diode to my 3D printer, my FT5. Were you the one that I just put the video up for? Scroll up in the chat. I posted the video. Was that you? Hold on. Guys, was that it that I posted earlier? Was that his video? Or did you not? I don't know. I posted this at the beginning of this video. I posted that video of someone putting a laser diode on the FT5. Let me go find it. I think it was you, maybe someone. Yes, it was you. I posted your video, Jim. It was on the. Posted in the chat earlier because someone asked about it. I'm like, yeah, there was this cool. Someone did it on the group yesterday. It was real cool, and I posted it. So yeah, good job. You're awesome. I mean, I was gonna do that too, and then I got a big laser. So now I'd have no intentions on putting it on the FT5. But yeah, good job. You're awesome. I would ask though, How did you connect? What did you connect the laser diode to? Like, what pins do you have it connected to in the on the board? Let me know. 'Cause I wanna know how you did that. Did you connect it just to like a fan PWM or something like that, or let me know. Can a Pi run Arduino Mega 25? I don't think so. Usually they're two separate things. I mean, they might be able to connect. You could connect Arduino Mega to it USB if you have something like if you have what's it called, Linux or something on there. But I've never tried it. Getting a FlashForge Creator Pro tomorrow. Sorry to hear that. No, that's not a bad printer. I don't know. I've never liked FlashForge stuff, but that's because, you know. But hey, 3D printers are 3D printers. If you're getting a 3D printer, awesome. Does it get an IP and can you ping it from your PC? No, that's what I mean. It has an IP. I can, if I connect via USB to the thing, I can see its IP that it's broadcasting, but it's not getting, because I have it set as a static IP in the firmware, but it's not connecting to my router. Like if I go into the router's list of IP stuff, it's not there. So, and I can't ping it or anything. I try to access it from my computer, nothing happens. So I don't know. Oh yeah, Angel, I was gonna give you a mod. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Boink. There you go, Angel. You're now a moderator. Don't be stupid. But don't be stupid. Don't kill anyone unless you have a really good unless you have a good reason. Aren't you afraid to lose the connection over a network? My PC connected to my printer, bricked 5 prints before stop. I switched SD cards. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, a wired connection of any sort is not going to be as reliable as it could. It's. I think it's probably going to be more reliable than USB in my case. Just because it's a laser. It's not like I'm going to be sitting there running it for hours and hours and hours. It's going to be more like, a little bit. Usually it's, a few minutes. So, I don't know. But I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be better than USB, which is what I'm using now. I just have USB hooked up to my little tablet because I don't like running it to my big computer because things are weird with that. So I have my little computer connected to a network running the software. I'll design whatever file it is in the G code and everything on my big computer because it processes faster. Sorry. I drank soda earlier and I'm just like got the hiccups. Anyway, I generate the G code on this computer and then I put it into the network onto my little tablet, which is running the software, and then it just runs it from there. But I'd like to have it connected to the network to where I can just connect to the network and just, do it directly from the software on my computer. But I'll worry about it later. I'll figure it out. It's not like it's an issue, but I think it would be cool to like just have it connected to my Switch the whole time. So I'll figure it out. Show us the engravings. Oh yeah, I probably should. Hold on. To point out what that guy was yelling about, the whole Hitler thing. It's not illegal to print a Hitler model, to 3D print a Hitler model, but come on now. This is 2017. I mean, granted, I know you're just trolling, but still. There's the cutouts. Trying to find the stuff that I cut yesterday. Hold on. This was actually a failed attempt. This was whee. These are supposed to be coasters of the Miami Dolphins logo. These turned out really well. As you can see, it was burning a little bit on the edges. I don't have air assist on it yet. I was currently installing it when I started the stream. But I didn't have the settings high enough to cut all the way through, so it didn't cut all the way through on those edges. So That's why they're still in there. But that's the only thing. The whole thing I'm doing right now is just figuring out how deep things need to be, the powers things need to be, how slow things need to be, blah blah blah. That's all I'm doing. So it takes a little bit of time to make sure you have really good settings, but I think I'll be fine once I get there. Is it on the same subnet as the rest of your land? Yes, it is. That's why I'm like confused. It's not working right. Everything's hooked up the right way, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's probably something stupid. It's probably just some little setting that I've not gotten right, that the Smoothie software is not hooked up correctly. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It is enabled in Smoothie. It is connected, or it is the what the hell am I? Ethernet is enabled in Smoothie, so I'll figure it out. Ha ha ha! I have a FlashForge Dreamer. It's been 2 years. Now it's crashing. Now it's crashing. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, FlashForge stuff, they're not bad. It's just, Voltage Tech stuff's better. You have to build it. Doesn't FlashForge have their, kit too? I don't remember. I don't keep up with other brands. But, a 3D printer is a 3D printer. If you get into the technology, that's what I want in the end. So, the more people we have in it, the better. Show us the engravings. Where are the rest of my engravings? Because that turned out really well. It just didn't cut all the way through. But I have... the main issue was I got this thing on Monday, and I didn't have any wood. I didn't have any 1/4-inch wood anywhere. So I couldn't really engrave onto wood at all. So I went out and bought a bunch of 1/4-inch sheets today and cut them up into... I just cut them up into 9x12 sections that I can fit into the thing. So I've just been I'll put in a piece, cut, set it up, blah, blah, blah. So that's basically the build area, so I'll know where I am on it. So I think it's pretty cool. I need to get more because, whatever. Luckily, the whole 2x4 sheet of that stuff's like $6. So I was thinking about making coasters and stuff I can give to people and then start making profit, start selling stuff. Because what's the one thing that I don't ever do on any of the stuff I have? All the 3D printers. I have 5 3D printers. I work for a 3D printing company. I have a laser cutter now. I have all this capability. And I don't make money on it. I don't sell prints. So I literally got this laser because, for one, I wanted a laser. Sue me. But I also thought, it can probably genuinely make a profit with it by making stuff for people, making coasters, making name plates, whatever. So, yeah, that's what this is going to be for. Plus, I, have good connections to get parts for it if I need it, so that's good. So, I'll use it when I get it. Rick, what's about an Android tablet? Run the printer via USB plug to Android run software. That's probably a good idea, too. I haven't thought about that. I don't know if I have a tablet that's good enough, though. I have a Note 2. No, the Tab 2. The Samsung Tab 2. I have one of those. It's the only tablet I have. Because, this is a Windows tablet. It's a 2-in-1, the 2-in-1 tablet laptop thing. So it's Windows, which I like. I prefer to use Windows if I can. Just because I can use all my softwares. But, that's about it. Have you ever ran into problems with Arduino software not being able to read the y-axis? I'm currently having that problem. Not be able to read the y-axis? What do you mean, read the y-axis? Like the end stops, or it's not controlling it, or what do you mean by not be able to read it? If you're using the stock firmware, it should work fine. Go into more detail. I'll let you know. Cover the print surface with masking tape to avoid char marks in the actual print. Yeah, I thought about doing that. I mean, once I get the air assist, it shouldn't catch on fire, and then everything will be fine. But yeah, that is a good point. Like I said, today, literally 2 hours ago, is the first time I've actually been able to cut a bunch of things on wood. So, yeah. I am having issues with my printer crapping itself while printing small perimeters. Check your small. What slicer are you using? I know in Slicer they have like small perimeter speed settings. Sometimes people have for small perimeters, keep the speeds really low, like, and they'll turn out way better. You work at Lowe's, don't have any wood? Shame. I know, right? And you want to hear something funny? I went to Home Depot to get the wood. So, yes, I work at Lowe's. Yes, I pretty much exclusively shop at Lowe's, but I happen to, I needed wood. The Home Depot that's around here is a lot closer to me than the Lowe's is, the Lowe's that I work at. And I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A is right next door to the Lowe's, or the Home Depot. So I was like, I'm already over there. It's not going to kill me. Like, I always prefer to shop at Lowe's when I can. Just because I work there, I get a discount, all that kind of stuff. I'd much rather support them. But in this case, I'm like, I'm already here and I just need wood. We both have it and it's only like $6. So it's not like I'm going to, I'm going to work this weekend. I'm going to work tomorrow and work Saturday and Sunday so I can pick up more there. But I just wanted to get some today. So, but yeah. And it's funny. I thought I had a bunch of it. I literally had a bunch of those 1/4-inch sheets somewhere, but apparently they're gone. That's why I couldn't find any. I'm like, I can't find it. I did find acrylic, and this thing cuts acrylic beautifully. It just smells awful. So, but didn't you sell those bar coins? Yes, I did, Marco. When I mentioned I don't make money off of my 3D printers, I did make money off of them once before. This bar that's local to me got some custom bar tokens that have their logo on them. I've 3D printed them in a whole bunch of different colors for them, but that's like a one-off thing. I don't have like a 3D hubs or something where I'm regularly making money. It's just like very rarely here and there I'm making money, and even then it's not a lot of money. If I would have had to pay for all of my 3D printers, I have not made my money back on any of them, including anything I've ever sold on them and any money I've gotten from YouTube. So I'm very fortunate to have the ability to not have had to pay for all but one of my 3D printers. But yeah, granted, would there be any reason to have 5? If it was real, if I knew what I knew now, I'd just go buy an FT5 and that's it. I wouldn't have any other printer if I can only pick one, just because it's the best. If I was on a budget, 2020, the Prusa 2020, hands down. But Z-axis. I'm using the newest Cura, but you can't really set the speed of small perimeters. Check in the newest Curas, like the way that they organize the settings. You might be able to. I haven't checked because I don't modify it, but you hit the little gear thing, and you can find a whole section of submenu things that you can edit that aren't viewable, and see if small perimeters are in there. It might be. Actually, I could probably look. I have a Nexus 7 able to run through USB. Oh, that's pretty cool. I just don't have any tablets, so. Where's Cura at? Cura. I do like Cura 2.5. I started using Cura 2.5 the other day, and it is actually really awesome compared to Simplify 3D. The only thing is I've been having these weird issues to where it doesn't fill the model. I don't know if it's only if the models are designed in a certain software, but some of them are completely hollow on the inside. It's just the outside model itself. It's not a solid object. It's just the outside perimeter, and that's it. And it won't print anything on the inside. It won't print a top layer or anything. It's for certain models, so I can't use it for certain models, but I don't know why. I put it into Simplify 3D. I put it into Repetier. It works fine. I don't know, but it might be a setting that I modified and it's just wrong, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. Let me see, Angel, if I got perimeter. No, I guess not. I was hoping that they'd have perimeter settings, but they don't. Oh well. Budget 3D printer is an oxymoron. Actually, not really. I mean, not anymore. Like a budget 3D printer, like the monoprice 3D printer, the one that's like $160 when it's on sale. That's a budget 3D printer, but it's also a pretty good 3D printer for $160. Like you can spend a lot more money and get shittier things than that. Like you could go and spend $800 to buy a Robo 3D from Best Buy, and it is a much crappier printer in my opinion than the little monoprice one. So, you know, it's tiny. So I think that the 2020 kit is better as a printer overall. But if you only have $200, you know, there's options out there for you. You know, the $350 that I spent on my original Prusa i3 acrylic, the original one that they had at the time for $350, more after shipping, but that was like as cheap as I could find a 3D printer. Plus, it had an 8x8 build area. That was amazing at the time, you know. So now that it's even cheaper and the 2020 is out there, you can't go wrong with it. The thing is that small printers just runs at regular speed, which is pretty fast. It won't let the small printers cool well, and traction seems to be too slow for the speed. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's why normally it's good to edit small perimeters. Although, one thing you can do, I know in Simplify 3D they have that whole thing to where if a layer is smaller than a certain amount of time, it'll slow down the print to make it that much. I don't know if Cura has something like that. I haven't really printed enough on Cura 2.5 yet, but that'd be the best, other than just slow down your print. Just slow down the speed, turn it down a little bit for smaller areas, or just, you know, LCD knob it down. That'd probably be the best option. But budget 3D printers back then were pure crap, like that 1-up and 2-up. Yeah, it was. It's funny, I almost bought a 2-up or a 1-up maybe. I don't remember which one it was. I almost bought one of those. Like I was about to pay for the kit that was like what, $400 or $500 for the fully acrylic kit. And I put off on it, and then I ended up getting the Folgertech printer, and look where I am now. I work for them. It's awesome. G-code list mode for Cura. Home and end. Head up, out of the way. Yes. True, my first Folgertech Prusa way back 2014 was a bit over $300 for the acrylic. Yeah. It was, I think when I got it, it was $320 plus $20 shipping, more or less. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. Watch my review. I talk about it in there. Video from November of 2014. Yeah, that seems like forever ago. Holy crap. Which, by the way, I mean, discovered your YouTube channel back around the end of 2014. Time flies, my dude. Yeah, it really does. Like, I feel old now. I had, like, just graduated high school a year before that. Like, wow. 2014. I've been making videos for a while. I need to make more videos. I know my channel isn't growing like it should, and that's because I don't post regularly. YouTube's algorithms is set up to, it rewards people who post regularly. I don't. I post a video, I might post 2 or 3 videos in a week and then not make a video for a month and a half. That is not, YouTube doesn't like that. You know, at least, or if you post a video once every month, it's once every month. You know, the regularity, the scheduledness of that is what YouTube's algorithms like. So, I really need to, you know, set a schedule, and that would help. I blame 3D Printed Life for catfishing me into buying a 1-up. I love his channel. I really like his printer. I always enjoyed watching him go from like buying that to modifying it to just having some insane like $1,000 printer that he custom made. Like, his printer now is really cool. I would totally buy one of those if I had the money. Like the kit or just source it and build it yourself. Like, that thing's really cool. If you guys are bored, I think he was in my video, 3D Printed Life. He's got a really cool channel. He hasn't posted a lot recently, but he's got a really cool channel of like custom made 3D printers and stuff. It's more update videos than anything recently, but I still like his channel. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Okay, guys, you got like 2 minutes. If you really want to tell me anything, do it right now, because I'm going to probably end the stream pretty soon. So, go, 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 go. Quick. Do everything you can. Go fast. There's a random outlet on my desk. Yeah, be glad you can't see my desk, because my desk is absolutely horrible. Like, imagine you went to some old dude's house who's like got a whole 50 acres of junk. You went inside where he's got all of his electronic junk, put it in a box, and then dumped it all over your desk and stuffed a keyboard and a mouse there. That's basically what I work with on a regular basis. Like, right in front of me, in front of my keyboard, I have pliers and scissors and snips, an empty Altoids can, XT60 connectors, Allen key wrenches, a number of ramps boards, a multimeter, a box of guitar picks, some cool custom Arduino project that I'm working on that's super secret. I'm going to be a millionaire. Trust me. Yeah, I live in a constant mess, but I'm used to it, so. Actually, I have an idea. I just realized I probably just killed you guys, but that spring's got a frequency. Let's find out what the frequency is. Got a guitar tuner. Hold on. This is professionalism at its finest. Can you tell that I'm just bored? There we go. I'm killing everyone. What is this? Is it even working? Okay, I'm done now. I've seen your desk before in videos in Skype. I'll send you a photo of my project. When did you see my videos on my room on Skype? I don't remember ever having video on Skype with you. I know I've Skyped with you, but I don't remember video. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Pretty sure it's worse than that. Okay, guys. You have like 30 seconds from now to post stuff. If you want to say anything to me, do it now. Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream. Just because I got stuff to do. I'm saying it right now in the video. To let you guys have a chance to... There. Now you guys have 30 seconds. I have the guts of 2 printers on my floor. I have 2 printers on my floor. The cloner's right there. The Kossel and the Prusa 2020 are up there. My power supply, my variable bench power supply is up there. The big laser's right here. I have no room for any of this crap, man. It's ridiculous. You Skyped me for that school paper thing. Oh, yeah. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know I used video for that. It doesn't matter. How did that turn out, by the way? What did you get on that? I remember you sent it to me and all that, but what did you, what was your final grade on that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna end the stream, guys. We're gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I was up till 5. I've been up till 5 in the morning the past like 3 days. And I know I'm gonna have to wake up early to go to work this weekend, so I really need to not screw up my sleep schedule anymore. So I'm gonna try to go to bed kind of early this night. So anyway, thank you guys so much for enjoying this wonderful stream with me. You guys, all what million of you. Where's the metric on here? There's some analytics somewhere. 58 people have watched this separately. Thank you guys. You guys are cool. So I got a 100. Yeah! And on that bombshell, we're going to end the stream. Marco got a 100 on that thing that I did an interview for. Alrighty, cool, guys. Yeah, I'll see about doing this next week. Because, next week. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll post videos and stuff. Expect laser videos. There'll be cool laser stuff. So, hope you guys have a wonderful night. And until the next video or live stream, I'll see y'all later.